For many Rush fans, the idea sounded impossible. How could anyone step behind the drum kit once occupied by the legendary Neil Peart? So when Anika Nilles was announced as the drummer for Rush's 2026 50-something reunion tour, reactions were mixed. Some fans were curious, others were skeptical. Replacing Peart wasn't just a musical challenge, it felt almost sacred. But then something happened that began changing minds, and it started long before the first concert lights came on. At first, many longtime Rush fans focused on one question: could she really handle Neil Peart's music? After all, Rush songs are famous for their complex rhythms and technical precision. But behind the scenes, Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson were already seeing something special. During rehearsals, Nilles quickly adapted to some of the band's most demanding material. By the final audition sessions, both musicians felt a breakthrough had happened. As Geddy later recalled, he and Alex looked at each other and realized, "I think we have a drummer." But even that wasn't the moment that won over the hardcore fans. That test was still coming. The real turning point came when Rush finally stepped onto the stage for its first concert in 11 years. Fans arrived excited, but also nervous. Many were waiting to see whether Anika Nilles would simply copy Neil Peart or bring something of her own. Then the music started. Song after song, she delivered the difficult parts with confidence, precision, and obvious respect for the material. Instead of trying to be Neil, she focused on honoring the music, and as the show continued, something unexpected began happening in the crowd. By the middle of that first run of shows, the conversation had changed. Fans who had arrived prepared to judge were now applauding. Reviewers praised Nilles for balancing technical accuracy with her own style, while audience members erupted during key moments in songs like Tom Sawyer and Subdivisions. One concert review noted that she answered every question with confidence, precision, and respect. For many hardcore Rush followers, that was the exact moment acceptance began. But one small incident made that acceptance even stronger. The final piece of the puzzle wasn't a drum fill or a standing ovation. It was Anika Nilles herself. In interviews, she repeatedly made it clear that she was not trying to replace Neil Peart. Instead, she spoke about honoring his legacy while preserving the feeling that made Rush's music special. She spent months studying the catalog, practicing full-time, and focusing on what each song needed, rather than drawing attention to herself. That humility resonated with fans. Many began to realize she understood something important. No one could be Neil Peart. And that was exactly why she was succeeding. But the strongest proof was still ahead. In the end, there was no single drum solo, headline, or viral clip that convinced every Rush fan. The acceptance happened when people saw the complete picture. Anika Nilles had the skill to perform the music, the discipline to prepare for it, and the respect to approach it the right way. Night after night, she proved she wasn't trying to rewrite Rush history. She was helping carry it forward. For hardcore fans, that became the defining moment. Not when she replaced Neil Peart, but when she showed she never intended to. By honoring the music, instead of competing with a legend, Anika Nilles earned something many thought was impossible: the trust and acceptance of one of rock's most passionate fan bases.